Hello everyone, and welcome back to the rendering of Baldur's Gate 3. Cause Baldur's Gate 3. So, after playing through this once already with the Dark Urge, I have to say, mixed feels. Do you feel? Is it as good as Baldur's Gate 1 or 2? It's situational. Like the dialogue, I'm fine with the dialogue. I'm fine with the conversation choice and everything. And needing dice roll for, conversation checks. The problem though is the dice rolls get a bit excessive with, oh well, you need to use dice for unlocking everything. For every other check, and then there's of course the combat ones. Well, we need to reroll another dice for the combat, so you can actually hit something. The combat though is slow. Like we found ways to make it faster, but it's slow. Like the difference between this and Baldur's Gate 1 is Baldur's Gate 1. You didn't have to technically pause. You just paused to, plan things out. This, since it's turn-based, yeah, you have one action, one bonus action. For the most part. That's not enough to really do much. So that'd be like you attacked, and, well, if you have a thing that actually uses a bonus attack besides shove, and then you skip your turn. Do the other party members. Hope you took out the enemy. Oop, the enemy's still alive. Let him use his turn. Then repeat the process. See, the problem though is, with how slow that is, it can make the videos take entirely too long. So yeah. Basically, you could consider this our new game plus quote-unquote Pally Brigade run now, where we are going to be probably cheating even more than we did last time, because I am going to add all the good stuff to our inventory for every character that we'll be using. So I want to point out something. I did record the first video and a half of the Pally Brigade playthrough. And then I ran into an issue. Because Marius's Tiefling thing had issues with respecing Tarlac. So I had to download another version. And that's why I made the mistake. Because I was playing as a Tiefling too. The problem though is, I guess my version had a cantrip. Yeah. And changing that removed the cantrip. Which I thought, it's whatever. But no, it wasn't whatever. Basically what happened was, we finally got Karlach respect, leveled up. Good. But then every time I would go to level up, crash. Because, I guess because the cantrip was missing, it would just keep crashing. So, yeah. I couldn't really do anything about it. I couldn't really... Like, I could potentially go back and not respect Karlach, but yeah. Problems. Where is it? I saw where's this option would stay on, but it doesn't, which is zero tag. Also gameplay, turn that off, right. Okay, so we are going to start a new playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 with Pally Brigade. Also hard difficulty this time, because of the way we're going to be doing this. bit disturbing. Especially since that thing has teeth.
Who are you?
And now we don't need to reset the tutorials. Okay, so basically I think I'm going to end up doing Shadowheart, Karlach, and Will as a party. Because we worked for... No, we did work with Shadowheart before. Not necessarily in... But yeah. I sort of wish, since origin characters are playable, you could customize them more. Like, I mean, maybe not change, you know, their race and sub-race, but being able to at least change their class, because here's the thing. You could just respect them after this and change their class anyway. So why can't you change their class during customization? And also their parents. Like, I mean, like Divinity. You could customize their parents. Some things you were limited to, of course, but you could still customize their parents. Like, you couldn't change, like, the Red Prince's skin color because, well, the Red Prince. But yeah, it bothers me a bit. So anyway, hopefully things work fine this time. I'm not sure if they will. We're gonna get just a custom color this time. I hope things don't break. So yeah, it was a toss-up between the gnome or the tiefling. For some reason, all the race features aren't showing up. I don't know why they're not showing up. But yeah, we're going as a tiefling. Paladin. Tieflings are entirely more common than, Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. Back when, you know, back when there was racism in our D&D, with everyone hating tieflings because, you know, that demonic blood, making them sus. Just like how they hated Drow and other potentially evil races. Now they're just all the way to accepting it's weird. So, also I guess we should probably do this before we get into customization. So go over people's stories or companions. Because here's the thing. The one person I would prefer to have as a paladin, not until like Act 3. It's entirely too late to be worth. Like, that's the problem though, is when you have companions that late, yeah, you spent the entire game bonding with other companions, and it's like, oh, here's one in Act 3. The problem though is you're pretty much done with the game by then, so not exactly ideal design. Anyway, also they didn't really flesh out the not origin characters in my opinion. Like, Mythora had issues. Like, she had bugs with the whole, sometimes dialogue would trigger. Like, during camp conversations, sometimes there'd be no dialogue. It's like, what did I miss? That and the fact that, you know, Romance with Her was just after the Goblin camp. And then, yeah, that was it, basically. We did sort of screw up the romance with Shadowheart, but probably ain't gonna do a romance with her again. I mean, we could, but I have other plans. But anyway, Shadowheart. Shadowheart willingly undertook a ritual to remove her memories in order to protect the aspects of her fellow Shard worshippers, the loss of pain and sacred to her, but her faith is now being tested like never before. You could say Lizelle and Shadowheart are your main people.
My name is Shadowheart,
in a way.
loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shar tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
Cause yeah, she has a makeup, which makes her, which is plot related. So I don't know what would happen if you didn't help her. Like if you left her behind, what would happen? Yeah. Anyway, well, known as the Blade of Frontiers. In my opinion, it should be the Blade of the Frontiers. We're going to use this magic to battle the monsters and devils menacing the Sword Coast in a manner of desperation, separated and offer great power, forcing him into an inferno game he is struggling to play. Yeah, so here's the thing. As there Lizelle, well, Lizelle was definitely lawful evil, up to a point. They also have the whole more dilemma choices. But yeah, up to a point, Lizelle definitely lawful evil. After that, still at least lawful neutral. Estelian is definitely chaotic evil. Mithara was somewhere between neutral evil and chaotic evil. Shadowheart, I'd say, is somewhere between neutral evil and some over chaotic neutral. Not entirely sure. Not really go that good, but she's probably the more good of the potentially evil companions. Well, I've heard Gale and Will are more good related. And Karlik's good. She's the one who told us to piss off when we ended up causing fights at the Druid's Grove. But anyway, introductions. Characters we're not playing as, but we're having a part.
7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home. My name is Will, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent. The truth isn't quite so simple, but they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey. My latest target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell.
So yeah, he's a warlock. We're going together into paladins, though. And then Karlach. Karlach has escaped 10 years of service in the Hells with nothing but that went back, and her infernal engine blazing fiercely where her heart used to be. Like, I would technically probably play as her if I could customize her a bit more. But since I can't, yeah. Unfortunate.
Years ago, I was sold to the Archdevil Zariel. She put a hellfire engine in my chest, and made me her prize soldier. But I've escaped now. Thank you, mind flayers. And I've got a few scores to settle. If this engine doesn't burn me to ash first, I'll need people I can trust. An infernal mechanic, and a serious amount of luck. But you know what? I'm not worried. After 10 years in the Hells, I can take on anything. I've got my chance at freedom, and believe me, I'm going home.
Very fiery, hell. So yeah, now that we've gone over that, we're gonna be a tiefling. Hopefully. Hopefully we're gonna be a tiefling. So yeah, it's paladins. Filled by the oath you swore to uphold justice and righteousness. So, speaking of oaths, we have the oath of the ancients. You fight on the third line. You're the cosmic struggle against darkness to preserve the sanctity of life and the beauty of nature. Basically, you're more like a druid paladin, but less druid. The oath of devotion. Following the idea of the knight in shining armor, you add with honor and virtue to protect the weak and pursue the greater good. Your typical, basically, stereotype paladin. Like, hard stereotype paladin. Basically, you're trying to, you know, seek peaceful resolutions to things and protect the weak, do the helping, not seeking money, that sort of thing. Then you have your oath of vengeance, which would be, in my opinion, not lawful good. Well, maybe as lawful good as, like, say, a Helm Paladin or Paladin Till. Because, yeah, oath of vengeance. You've set aside even your own penalty to right wrongs to deliver justice to those who commit the most grievous sins. Basically, you're an Inquisitor Paladin. You're looking for basically anyone who's doing wrong and smiting them. Because if they're doing bad, you're there to stop them. Regardless of, like, you're not letting people escape, you're just there to smite everything that's evil. Like, yeah. We're gonna go with an oath of devotion because, yeah. Also, there is another paladin subclass, which is the Oathbreaker, which happens if you break your oath. And it's not as bad as, say, Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, where you became basically a fallen paladin, which was, you don't have access to any of your paladin powers. You're just basically a crappy version of a fighter then. Which sort of sucked. But yeah. Sadly, there's no O for Conquest, because I like O for Conquest. It's more purple and it's a more fitting thing, because you basically, as an O for Conquest, basically a ye noble crusader. Conquested. At least that's the one I remember anyway. So anyway, out of all the backgrounds, the one that probably fit most would be Acolyte. Spend your life as a the temple, learn sacred rites and provide sacrifices to god or goddesses you worship. Or folk hero. You champion the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters, protect the helpless, saving innocents in imminent danger will make you legend grow. Yeah, between those two, in my opinion. Because here's the thing. I would like religion and I would like athletics, to be fair. Soldier isn't the worst for most melee things because athletics and intimidation. But yeah, we'll go with an acolyte. Now then, how many times have I done this? There you go. Remove her intimidate and put into athletics. Athletics and persuasion probably are the best for what we're going as. We're also going to, of course, change all this once we get in game, but yeah. We should probably edit our appearance though. So what body type am I going to go with? The bulk one? Yeah, definitely the bulk one. Because remember there was also male body types. But we're going female this time, I think.
Where to next?
Let's hope the locals are friendly. Hells. Something just woke up down here.
The face is about the same. Like I'm tossed up between that one, which looks fine until you look up close, then it looks entirely older than you thought it was. I think I'll probably go with just a generic face here. And then skin tone. The thing is, my version of this ends up looking sort of like a Canary in a way. Like honestly, if I went more like this, definitely Canary. The only problem though is Dragon Age didn't let you really have hairstyles much with the Canary. It was just, here are the Canary hairstyles. They're separate from, you know, like human, dwarf, and elf all had basically the same hairstyles. Canary had separate hairstyles for some reason in Dragon Age. Gonna keep with that scar. I have an idea. As much as, yeah, that would be fun to go back to, we're gonna not use that for this one. Probably not gonna use most of those. We are gonna still keep this just cause. And here's the thing, I sort of wish we had an eye that looked a bit more blind-like. Also the demonic eye is not. It's a thing. But yeah, I sort of wish we had an eye that looked just a bit more blinded, you know? So instead we're gonna go pale bat. Also, in my opinion, I think the Tiefling eyes glow a bit more. Even on the same settings as other races, but yeah. So we can go back to the flame one. But I think we'll go with the demonic. That's not purple. Actually, honestly, the demonic white one here is probably the right color I'd want. I don't understand why it's called that when it's that, but you know. Oh well. It's not like I have any I don't have any mods with eye colors. All my mods are mostly for having additional stats that I can just, you know, add in game with the cheat engine. Yeah, I think probably that eye because that one's a bit much for what we're doing this time. I am still gonna keep with this because, you know, we're a paladin. But we're totally a paladin. We just look semi-dark. Semi-dark paladin. Now with the fun part of finding which hair I want. Because there's quite a few fun hairs. Because it can be drop out, I sort of like, but I think I'll use that for our guardian. Nice. Where was it? Shit, now I forgot which one it was. You know, there was the mongoose tail, which I would normally use, but there's another one I found that I really liked. I just didn't remember which one it was. No, not you. Though you're tempting. Close. I do sort of like it, but... Oh yes, gemstone, drop it. I do like it. I just sort of... I don't like the fact that these things aren't ordered in alphabetical. It makes it a bit hard to sort at times. Just a bit. There's mongoose tail. Mongoose tail isn't bad in my opinion. How did I immediately lose it though? Oh, because it went down. That one's not bad either, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one this time. So hair color. Well, you know what we need. And then the highlights can actually go even brighter though. So yeah. The thing about this one is highlights for this one are mostly actually highlights. But so we just add a bit more pink to it. We could add this if we really want to, but at the same time, it's fine. And we don't really need facial hair. I mean, we don't really need facial hair. And then horns. That's actually probably on the horns I'd use. Well, it's a toss up between those and those. I might go with those actually. Let's see, horn color. I don't really know what horn color I'd want. I think I'll go with that with more of a gray purple at the top. There we go. This how I think we're good now? Yeah, we should be anyway. Hopefully we're good. Proceed. I don't think we will. Huh. Well, that's the thing if I hold shift. So yes, Tiffany. The Paladin Tiefling. Huzzah. And we proceed. Now we need to make a gun. So we're gonna make a gnome.
Remarkable. Follow your instincts. Don't be afraid.
Oh, so we're gonna go down here to the Orca Stones and make our gnome into basically looks like a goblin. Because reasons. As you can see, that right there, not as glowy as the Tiefling ones, for the same colors. Now, for the same colors, this right here doesn't actually look as glowy pink, does it? And that's not green either. Them Tiefling eyes are interesting. There we go. Now we can go with the mongoose tail. But no, I think for this one, what were they? The cami drop out when I needed. There we go. Could go facial hair. But nah. Belle looks very much like a goblin, doesn't she, in a way? Maybe just a touch more. There we go. Okay. What's the fun thing about pre-rendered cinematics? The city's actually rendered. If that was in-game, oh, we'll be struggling to keep the city constant now. I mean, it's a cool intro. So yeah. Yeah, one problem I have for Baldur's Gate 3 is it struggles a bit to render. But that's because, well, you're not on a solid state drive. Oh, because only solid state drive I have is one doesn't have nearly enough space to be very useful. It's like mostly for the operating system. Not as bad as Cyberpunk, though. So hey, we made it in game.
My head.
So here's the fun part about being in game. I have a lot of shit to do. I'm gonna drop you over there. I need to reorganize this shit again. Also, Paladin oaths and tenets. So on an oath, Paladin, to promise to uphold your tenets at any time. And at any cost, it's a weighty decision for what is one you believe and shoulders must prevail, lest you falter in war for the most of Christ. Being indeed, remember your tenets, Paladin, remember your purpose, remember your promise. The more you cling to the blade, grasp the calling bird, hearts the rises, and the glimmer of dawnlight ambles across the breaking tide. It's all perfect, and it's your perfect duty to protect it. Protect the nature. It is the joy of existence in the vast glory of creation that you must hold close to your heart. Never let it slip. Never let it be taken. Open devotion, which we are. You wait for the languishing tear growing in a fortune cheek. You hold them, whisper words of comfort, and stand your steadfast hope before their tormentors. For the weak to grow strong, Paladin, they must first behold a paragon of loyalty or strength. You. And then there's hope of vengeance, villains, betrayers, hopeless fiends. They'll crown every corner, praying in the vulnerable, and trust in the war and the favor. You must trust the swords of their hearts, every last one. You must be relentless. Your wrath cannot rest, for the wicked certainly won't. So yeah. We also have our oath tenets here, which is, yeah. We abide by the following tenets: courage, strive, dauntless interaction. So basically, don't retreat from things. Go into combat. Except for when you can spell people. Because compassion, show clemency when imprudent, and lend your arms to those in need. Help the people. Don't murder the people, help the people. Duty, tend to your responsibilities, but we just want to support those entrusted to kill. So yeah, don't just go around stealing everything this time. That and stuff actually counts as a crime this time, because I'm pretty sure that goat mod, that you spent 10 years as a goat mod, screwed a lot of things up. I'm pretty sure it was what was keeping us from putting things in the keychain and the alchemy pouch, among other things. So yeah. And then fucking phone. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think my stuff carried over as much as it should have from the mod. I mean, it's a very dark version, but That's about it. Huh. Oh well, it's fine, it's fine. As long as it doesn't break this time. So long as I don't have to re-record this a third time. I already did this. But yeah, the problem though is we reached Carlock and then we couldn't respec her, so we had to change things. Then we could respec her, but it caused us to crash. Constantly. Which was bad. So now for the fun part where we're gonna spend probably like over an hour just editing and adding stuff to my character, so yeah, I'll be back. Okay, finally, after this trial and error game things in, because if you add things too quickly, it crashes the game. So anyway, level 1 paladin. We have 23 strength. Honestly, a bit much. I should probably kept at train 2, or at least train 1. Train Dats, train 1 constitution, 18 and 10. Intelligence, 18 wisdom, train 1 charisma. So basically, maybe not exactly as high as we had. Well, it's close to what we had in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 for our Pally Brigade, but yeah. We have way too many perks, or features I should say. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to add a few things to my potential background. I'd have to... Shit, I'd have to do this. I'm not sure if this one works that well. Forgot about this. There's one thing I wanted to add here too. And open this one. Go kill. Open that one. Merge with it. Do. Okay. Add background. Where the fuck is background? Add folk hero background. Yes. Did that actually add folk hero background? No. No, it didn't. Well, shit. Well, that was a waste. Oh well. So anyway, as for stuff. Yes, we gave ourselves probably the best greatsword in the game. The Baldur's greatsword. Giant Slayer. I don't exactly like how it looks, though. That's the problem. I mean, it looks decent except for the pulsing mass to it. I don't know why it has a pulsing mass to it. But yeah. Then there's a head. So basically the sword, on a hit, it doubles the damage you from your strength modifier. This weapon also grants you advantage on attack rolls against large shields or gargantuan creatures. It's also basically a +3 greatsword. So yeah, it's got that going for it. And gives you giant form. It's got decent things going for it. Then we have the Helm of Baldur, which sadly isn't as good as it was in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, because it's no longer gives you +2 to armor class. It lets you heal 2 hit points at the beginning of each turn, which isn't terrible. It no longer gives you +5 health, which was whatever. But yeah, and of course it doesn't have the Thakos stuff to it, because Thakos is no longer a thing. Can't be stunned, and attacks can't land critical hits on the werewolf. It also no longer looks the same. It's missing like the horns on the sides. But then again, that was most helms in Baldur's Gate had the whole horns on the sides. It was just one of those standard helm templates. But for the the unique helm, it felt like that's how it should have been. But no, it's missing those, so we're gonna hide such because it looks meh, in my opinion. Then we have the Armor of Persistence, which is in my opinion the best plate armor in the game. Cause, like you could debate the one from a certain hell-based dungeon could be better, but this one's technically +2 plate mail with other advantages, like you gain resistance and blade ward. Take note of what said, you gain resistance and blade ward. Now here's the thing, you might be thinking, oh, we gain the ability, right? No, you just gain blade ward. So you just have bonus through your saving throws and resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slash damage. That's actually very good. Very good. And then I'm gonna keep the scale mode devotion in my bag. Then I couldn't debate on gloves. It was a bit of a debate, because the reviving hand when you heal a creature gains the first blade ward. Hey look, blade ward. When you revive a creature gains the first death ward. And you go revive. Does that teleport just in comparison to Legacy of the Masters? I'd prefer this, because you gain plus your bonus to attack and damage rolls with weapons. I believe in Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 it was, well, +1 to like that going. +2 to damage? Yeah, +2 to damage, I believe. There was also another version that gave half an attack, but I don't think that really applies to this, so yeah. Then there was the Boots of Persistence. Sadly, there isn't a Gloves of Persistence. The boots, you gain freedom of movement and long strider. You just gain such. You don't have to cast it at all. I know, right? Just free benefits. I love things that give just passives. I hate things that don't give passives. This is one of my major problems with this game is 90% of the items you find are like, oh, well you can cast this spell, but you're still gonna have to long rest after casting it. It's basically like they decided to get rid of the whole charge system on items and just went with that. Which, yeah, it's been unfortunate. Because I'd rather just, you know, go through an entire list of chargers, then hopefully rest and recharge them, rather than, you know, oh, well, you have to use your one ability. Oh, now you need to rest before you can use it again. From an item, you know. The Cloak of Protection does exactly what it says on the thing. Though, still bothers me because, so like for example, plate armor +2. Honestly, in my opinion, the plate armor +2 actually looks slightly better than the armor persistence. But yeah. My problem with the Cloak of Protection is, it doesn't behave like it did in, well, Baldur's Gate 1 or 2nd edition rules with the whole. So, basically, this is a +2. It's technically, it's giving you basically a magical protection that's better than the cape. So by all definition, you shouldn't be able to wear the cape, right? You can wear the cape. Exactly. It's like, but that's not how that's supposed to work. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the 5th edition thing, or if Larian just didn't realize how cloaks of protection and rings of protection work. Because sadly we don't have like a greater ring of protection, you know, with a armor class +2 and saving throws +2. We don't have those. So we can't just, you know, have that issue. But also, there's the fact that if you're wearing a cloak of protection, you shouldn't be able to use a ring of protection. You can just use a ring of protection. Hell, you could technically stack rings of protection. That's not how that's supposed to work. Rings of protection are not supposed to be stackable. And then there's the Amulet of Greater Health. Cause I couldn't find any real good amulets, so we're just gonna put this one on. It raises our constitution after training through. That's all it really does. And it gives, well, I guess advantages, but yeah. And then we have hand crossbows. I couldn't find a good, there's no legendary crossbows. And I just prefer hand crossbows because they give you an offhand attack that counts as a bonus action. So you can at least use your bonus action for something, so. Though the magical hand crossbow, I do like what it has going for it. When you shoot a target at close range, you can make an additional melee attack against it as a reaction. I do like that. So basically, if we run out of melee or actions, and we're close enough, we can shoot them, and then if they're still next to me, we can hit them again. But yeah. Now that that's taken care of for the fun part, I have to go over this and dye everything. But firstly, yeah, plate armor +2. Yeah. I thought I wanted to use hats, you know, but the problem though is there's no, what would it be? No cosmetic hat slot for you to put things on. Like for example, for like your camp clothes, which I'm going with Mythara set. Cause yeah, that's a thing. And then there's that. That's a thing. But yeah. Like there's no camp hat slot, so yeah, you'd have to basically sacrifice having stats for appearances. Though, also the problem though is it does sort of mess up the hair though, which is unfortunate. Oh, I'll keep them. Dwarven Thrower? Keeping it, I'm probably not going to use it much, because throwing was more of a barbarian thing, with the whole plus advantages to throwing. But yeah. Keeping it just cause. If I need to throw something, I have that. I also have all the portraits from Divinity, and eyes, and stuff. So yeah. Now for the fun part. That's invisible, so I don't know why we're applying that to it. So yeah. I've done enough testing. I've wow, hell, I did this once before. This whole purple tone gives me more of an idea from the whole Oath of Conquest mod. They had a very purple starring armor. It looks sort of like, well, maybe not exactly like this plate, but definitely with the whole purple tone. But yeah, sadly we can't be Oath of Conquest. That's probably what I would have been. And I can't really apply this to weapons, so don't worry about that. Though, the fun part, we have to apply this to literally all my upper sets of armor. I know, right? Do I even have enough? Maybe? Question mark. So I wish we had better dies, but you make do with what you have. I'd show off the upper dies, but I already died these things, so meh. Wait, did I apply it on the boots? Oh shit, I don't know if I did or not. I've lost track. Oh god. Fuck it. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't say what color it's been dyed. You just have to assume it's the color you dyed it. There we go. Now that that's taken care of, maybe we can actually do the game now, bro.
No traps, please.
Hopefully. That's my plan.
Death.
We need... Okay, one of these is gonna be our sail bag. One of these is gonna be our mail bag, basically.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye. The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Are we going to touch it again? Why not? Let's touch the thing again. Best decisions. Oh, hey, we didn't blow up this time.
Need to find a way forward.
If you do blow up, I mean, that was a restoration thing right there. It's a vicious shout. Oh, it's a dead goblin.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Yeah, why not study the goblins?
Mind flayer horticulture.
I mean, you know. Why not?
1,000 years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
Why would you study your prey?
Help us.
You've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The disgust
The
on our
exposed
face.
brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Just that disgust face. It reminds me of actually a Mass Effect Andromeda for some of the facial animations.
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
That disgust on our face.
The enemy. So many enemies.
Well, tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Well, you know, let's inspect this boat, right?
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Well, that's a temperature reverse rations. Stay mindful of the swelling. But, you know, this is totally what we want to do.
The brain
jerk
lifts
this
from
brain
the
out.
skull. But you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
Well, why would we do that? And entries might weaken it after all. Oh god, it's got the squigglies.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
Okay. So what's at
The
the
brain
helm?
tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
So, what should I call you?
Us. We are us.
Great, well we have an us now. Alright, let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Well, there you go. We are going to the helm, everyone. Anything on you? Nope. But I like his portrait. Just half his head's missing still. You wanna get on? No? Oh, hopefully he has jump or something to get down. Or we could just go down that way. That's the thing too. So let's just take another hour like it usually does.
Abomination. This is your end. Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes. Ugh. My head. What is this? Ugh. Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
So, who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
Okay. Well, what made you think I was as well?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Well, there must be something we can do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Somehow I doubt that. Aren't they adorable? So now to put our advantages to work.
Blood follows me everywhere.
They only have 7 HP. Yep, I know, right? Also note this hill is on tactician. So yeah. That's straightforward.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. Now,
Oh really?
to the helm.
We have to talk to Lizelle.
Not now. We must go to the helm.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe that the mind flayers were about 92 health from level 8, but dying to a bunch of level 1 imps. I know, right? Pick-a-peers? How are they dying to imps?
ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Yeah, I would loot all the weaponry and all that, but I don't have the patience to. I mean, the majority of it isn't worth, well, with more money isn't really worth. Like, I'd rather other stuff. Like, maybe +1s. Maybe some things, but the majority of
Istik, back!
eh.
Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
Well, that's why we have this.
Unleash. Aggression. Annihilate.
Well, let's unleash them.
Psionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
Well, we didn't unleash them. Apparently that didn't work. So yeah, we'll probably still take tips. I should pick up the backpack. Be with you in a second. The backpack's going to end up being my thing. Okay, backpack. Pouch, keep pouch. There we go.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Oh, but we do.
The
Look for a
construction
little
is too
way
alien.
down.
Nothing looks familiar.
So here's
This
the
ship
thing.
is crashing. Do you intend to die
On
for
a
a stranger?
barbarian, we just pried that thing out. But we'll go look over
Try that
it. Right.
contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
So look at the fact. Cause yeah, we totally
The console
understand how this
appears
works.
dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
We'll come back to that.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing.
Life flickers in his eyes, but he seems totally unaware of his surroundings.
Also, this dark mind.
A brain.
It's relevant. It might be useful in Act 2. I don't think I found where it's used though. When we did such.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Oh, so sadly we can't
Needs a
lock
key.
it. We need at least one thief tool. So yeah, that's unfortunate for us. So we'll come back to that chest too. Let's just go this way, following the Sphinx. Nope, the Sphinx. Hey, look, a go gate. Which probably goes to the chest.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
There's also a slave mine now. We'll probably take that one too.
Another brain.
So, here's the thing. This here chest. This is the chest that basically everyone uses for their custom items. Why? Because it's a unique chest. If they modified regular chests, there's a high chance that the items would just spawn in pretty much every other chest of that type. This here is the tutorial health potion chest. It always has health potions in it, and since it's one of a kind, it's the easiest thing for them to modify because there's generally no easy way to just add items into the game yet. So everyone puts basically all their custom stuff into this chest. The problem though is I think it doesn't really work that well with multiple mods that do such and modify the same instance. But I mostly just want this for the hair ring and maybe the fire ring. The other two I'm going to take just cause. But yeah. Put that no. Put that. So, the hill ring. There we go. Fire ring I will keep just in case I need. There we go. Okay, so because you know the hill ring is pretty useful. I should probably also fit to my stuff. Palmer strike down, mobile strike bell. Range. And then those. Not bad. Okay, so now we go. Where do we go? I asked this out of route.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
It's useful. We need this. Because the last time we picked this up, we already rescued Shadowheart, so we didn't know what to do with it. And I kept it for a while before putting it in my inventory, in my bag to forget about. I don't know, let's just place our hand on the console.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Best decisions. Nice draft as a Mass Effect 2 people melting thing too.
Change her. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
We need to get out
And
of here
then you
before
pour the
it's
Mind
our turn.
Flayer lever. Push the Mind Flayer button.
The newborn Mind Flayer stares at you, weak and dazed.
They made Mind Flayers not that great in this one. Compared to Baldur's Gate 2 with Mind Flayers that were just, you're stunned, your brain's gone. You're stunned, non-5 intelligence constantly. Because remember, with the whole turn-based thing, yeah, turn-based thing. It means they can't just, you know, stun you and then numb you in the same turn. So there is a fair disadvantage.
But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Well, let's look at first.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby
Well, at least
pod.
we've been reassured. So, boop.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Well, let's roll the pod to open, shall we?
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Got a problem with Kimchiaki?
More that Gith have a problem with everyone else. But there's more important matters right now. Survival. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Alright, let's go. I'm Tiffany.
Shadowheart. One moment.
By the way, I'm just gonna take that. But what's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter.
Oh, you know.
We need to get
it's
to the
not-
helm. Now.
Just know the potential
She's
plot
right.
device.
Lead on.
Which, by the way, we could go right over here and be like, hey, I'm taking that. Oh, wait, we can't do that yet. Okay, maybe later. It takes a plot device off.
Don't waste a step.
Anyway. And now, oh yeah, can't forget about this elaborate railroad. Technically, I could put it in my bag. If I really want to. But it's actually pretty heavy, so I think I'll stick with the backpack on that. Okay, and let's go on our way.
Here we go.
To the helm now.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Now is not the time. By no. And then he died to imps of all things. He died to level 1 imps.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves! We will connect them.
Well, there you go. They have 15 turns.
Now.
They want you to go all the way over a hill to poke that. Note that you have enough turns that you could just dick around.
Another day, another fight.
You could just go boop. Boop. Note this commander's Alikill. He's got some decent stats. So that were 8. Yes, fire resistance, not fire immunity. That's an extra attack. Ooh, Fiendish Blessing's not bad. And I had the Fiendish Blessing too. Well, let's find out. Can I have a Fiendish Blessing? Fiendish Figure. Don't know what that does for me. Don't know if it did anything for me. Fiendish. No. What would you be under? Ah, Fiendish Blessing. Boop. That, yay, Fiendish Blessing. I think we have it anyway. We have more armor class, so yes. Okay. And the music's not bad here, but yeah. So here's the thing, the game intimidates you with this guy, because it's like, oh no, he seems too hard to beat. The thing is, he's going to focus entirely on the mind player. Entirely on the mind player. The problem though is, like for example, or intellect power, slow.
I will ascend.
The Zell. Oh, so slow. Yeah, default movement speed is it's definitely a thing.
All right.
Wait, what? Farther, why would I go all the way down? So. Bonk. 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 Sadly, we didn't take him out. Yeah, he said bonk.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
No, it's fine. We have 14 turns. We got this. Well, I have this. The rest of you probably don't.
Leave him to me. Connect the transponder.
Bonk.
You are no longer required.
Oh, am I? So he has an overburn plate. The thing about it is, you think maybe it'd be a +1 greatsword for all of that effort. But it's just basically a greatsword with a bit of fire damage. That's all. So it's really not that great. Well, we got... And yeah, the disadvantage of being a mind player is when you're in a turn-based thing, you can't just non-brain.
Well, that's gratitude for you.
Can't just non-brain. And all he has is a gem on him.
Breathe deep and move.
And I think I was gonna say I could just go, but...
Hurry, before they strike!
Well, if I wasn't interrupted. Yeah, I might not have enough movement. I can't just jump, so... Oh well, maybe next turn. And you still... Nope, not even enough movement to get there.
Taking position. Need to act fast.
Disappointment.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
So a reminder, hop. We don't have to fight these things. We could, but we just have to touch this thing. Boop.
The helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
Hi, dragon. Much appreciated if you didn't blast me with fire. Yeah, just put two tendrils together where you could go through the astral lanes. Because that's how that works, right? So now for the fun part. This scene always breaks for me. Why? Because I guess the way it renders is it doesn't use all the resources properly, because a lot is going on before it can render everything. So it's going to look a bit weird, and there's not much I could do about that, sadly. Okay, I actually made it through this without taking 2 hours for a change. Well, besides the hour spent, you know, adding everything and all that. As a reminder, everything needs time to load. So the problem though is our character ends up like this. Supposed to have following animations, but yeah. Instead we end up like this. Just slightly wonk. At least we didn't T-pose down.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull. Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
So yeah. But before we end the video again, we need to go poke Shadowheart.
I want to have a word.
Poke. Well, let's wake her. Why would we just go for this McGuffin?
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
I hope you might know that.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Oh, now what?
First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
Do I have to again, friend?
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
Well, you want to stay together, I take it?
We need each other.
Stay together.
And we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Alright, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again.
Yeah, I'm still curious what would
freeing
happen
me.
if you left
It would have been
her.
all too easy for you to run right past my pod. But you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Given circumstances. Okay, before we load her up, now it becomes complicated. Okay. Oh jeez, now I have to go over hill. Add all these. Okay, then go back to passives. Blah. I already had these, but you know. Add them anyway. Do. That. Okay. And one thing before we do anything, go back uphill, boop, and hopefully this does not crash. Cleric's not bad. But what if we make her do a paladin? Also, I want everyone under oath to vote because if they're different oaths, it makes things a bit complicated if we start accidentally breaking other tenets for. Like, you don't know you harm nature, but yet you're fine with oath of devotion. Stuff like that. And this the same as usual. Let's see you have Arcane history. And replace history with athletics. And now. So huzzah, she's a paladin now. Then go back here to my inventory. Boop. Toss all these over. Magical hand crossbows. There we go. Go back over. Now we're gonna have some artifact. Boop. Boop. I should probably get the stuff. Oh, well. There we go.
Give up now.
So, poke the MacGuffin.
A curious ornate box. Its many sides are engraved with indecipherable glyphs.
Examine more closely.
No openings you can see, yet you sense something inside it.
Staring at it won't provide any more answers, unfortunately. And there's a power to it, that's for certain.
So yeah, just put it away for now. It's fine though. Okay, and now we level up. Hopefully don't crash. Okay, good. Divine Smite reaction, Divine Smite, spells, Great Weapon Firing, yes. Prepare spells. Potential for good and evil, or even good. Shield of Faith, because I like Shield of Faith. Bless. Bless is always fun. So it should last it longer. Kill wounds, Searing Smite, Define Favor, and I guess Thunder Smite. Huzzah!
I wonder what
Now
the
we
next
repeat
move
this on Shadowheart. Let's help. Oh shit. Oh duh. You didn't
My
modify
faith will guide me.
Shadowheart properly yet. But duh. My bad. I completely almost forgot about that. Ha ha. Alright, I need to do this before we modify her. I save. I made a lot of correct saves when I was adding shit. Okay, we save, we go back here. Lazelle, no, Shadowheart. Check. Open this. Okay. Change value to that. Change value to that. Change value to that. Change value to that. Right? Right. And change value to that. Okay. Now that that's all set, we go help. We save. Override save. Then we reload the save. I know it was just a bit tedious, but yeah. That was a bit wonky where sometimes the thing will, before you even get to the character to look, open the inventory to look at the character stats, it'll just reset and mess up the scores at times. So you can't edit it properly. It's just a bit wonk like that. Thankfully the load times aren't terrible compared to, like, say, Pillars of Eternity 2's load times. Hell, I think Divinity actually had worse load times though, in some cases. Well, because remember, it loads fine. It just has to render literally everything once you get in, which saves on the load time because it doesn't load everything. Yeah, like example, like that. Okay. Yeah, where are trying to? That's fine. That's fine. Everything else is fine. Right. Alright, I should probably level you up first. Okay, and great weapon fighting, prepare spells. Same thing, basically the whole copy paste of the same character. It's sort of basically like how we did for Pally Brigade before. That means you should be at 46. Good, good.
Never a dull moment.
And now we save. And now we leave the off hill. So yeah, it's the Pally Brigade. So my next priority is to get Carlock, which is, I can't really tell, somewhere this way. So we're probably going to wander up this way. We're not going to really do much. We'll wander uphill. Probably end up working our way to the Druid Grove temporarily, just to get Will. Because Will's quest actually leads to Garlock. And Will's also another person I potentially want for my Pally Brigade, so yeah. So anyway, that's plans for next time. Hope you all enjoyed, thank you all, and have a nice day.